Okay, so there's been a issue going around. This issue that's going around just makes no sense to me. So many people that literally, they're mad because a woman is holding the sword. Those chicks, they bleed. They can't hold swords. They're holding babies. They can't hold swords. And it's just sad. It's pitiful and it's sad that so many people are mad about a video game, which they don't even know the story. They literally are just like, how dare they have a woman play a video game? And it's just like, oh my God, really? Really? You really gonna do this thing? You're really gonna be upset about a story you don't even know, all because it's the female is gonna be the protagonist of the story. Ghost Per Gaming sent you. Ooh, lovely. Let's have some fun and watch these pitiful people come and talk about how they're mad because Ghost of Yotai has a woman protagonist now. Let's go.
Yep. Ever since Ghost of Yoti, that's how you say it, came out, or the trailer came out, the discourse behind, I would say, female-led characters has skyrocketed through the roof. And what I mean by that is people who were on Ghost of Tsushima's bandwagon when it comes to the comparison between Assassin's Creed and Ghost of Tsushima, right? We were saying that this is how you do an original Japanese story when it comes to respecting the source material, when it comes to, having a game set in Japan, and it actually is authentic, and it doesn't feel like a cash grab.
It's a video game where a samurai goes around following foxes. What's authentic or real life about that? What's authentic about that? Huh? Versus quite literally a Assassin's Creed game which has been nowhere near historical at all. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It's like it's a video game, dog. But let's go. Maybe
or a historical hijack when it comes to Americans and shit, right? So Ghost of Tsushima felt like it was perfect. Assassin's Creed Shadows, on the other hand, does not. And I made plenty of videos on that. So when we were looking forward to the new Ghost of Tsushima, or whatever the new Ghost of Tsushima was going to be, we were like, yes, this is going to show exactly what it actually means to respect the culture, because they did it perfectly the first time. So the new trailer has dropped. Why are people so controversial about this trailer? I'm going to show you.
And that's it. Because woman. These people are so upset because woman. How dare a woman hold a sword? This is just loser type stuff. Loser stuff. But let's continue.
This is going to be our new protagonist for Ghost of Tsushima. Well, Ghost of Yoti. That's basically what it is. And what this game does is it takes place 300 years in the future, past Jin's story, which people are already having a problem with because they didn't feel like there still was more to explore when it comes to the story of Jin. Matter of fact, the Mongols that took over Tsushima Island first actually had an invasion that happened the second time. So I don't know why they didn't go that route. I don't understand that, because he basically solidified his legend as Japanese Batman. He's basically Japanese Batman.
Okay. So you upset that the writers chose to do a different path. Have you dealt with Sucker Punch before? It's Sucker Punch. They do that. And secondly, if the protagonist actually had a happy ending, why mess with that? Seriously, why mess with that? It's like these people don't get it. It's like all of the whole just issue with like, oh no, Jen's story wasn't over. Well, the writers felt that it was. The writers felt that it was. Why are you having an issue with this? No, you're upset because girl holds sword. Even though the same people that's upset that girl holds sword doesn't mention in Assassin's Creed Shadow, there's also a Japanese woman who also is part of the story that's mad because strong black man in story. I don't know why they would be mad at a strong black man. Maybe they want a white Japanese person. Well, let's go.
Of Tsushima. So they could have went that route. For me personally, I would have rather had that route, the second invasion that came through, because you would be facing new enemies. They would be coming in at a different force because they like, okay, we got repelled the last time, so now we can have better enemies, and Jin can upgrade his arsenal and everything. I just think that would have been a better route to go for, besides them just completely doing the 180 and going 300 years in the future to where everybody we play with is dead and gone. Now, do I mind them going a different shift? No, I do not. Do I mind this being a female protagonist? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, I love female protagonists if they're done right. But if they're done...
So this is the big stupid argument that I heard. Oh, the female protagonists need to be done right. What is done right? You don't even know the story. You just know that Yotai happens 300 years in the future. There is no story other than somebody's narrating says, well, you thought you was the hunted. Now you're going to be, you thought you were the hunter. Now you're going to be the hunted. Literally, it's dumb. It's one of those things where people just like, they want to be mad. They want to feed you outrage bait so they can get clicks. And by the way, here's the thing. If you're watching this video after you saw the title, after I put it out, or if you're in stream and you watch it because you mad, hello, I'm doing the same thing. You know what helps? You know what actually hurts my channel? You're not watching. But you know what I want? I am here. I am making this video because I know it makes you mad. Mad enough that you leave dumb comments and I laugh at you because it's funny. But let's continue.
Done to a point to where it's identity politics, to where you're basically bashing men, to where you're basically trying to prove that anything I could do, a man, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of bullshit. I don't want to see that. That's done. People are...
Because you're insecure. Oh my God. Again, I literally called it. They mad because women hold swords. Anything I can do, I can do better. Like, no, dude, it's a sword. But let's continue.
Very, and I hate to use this word because it seems like it's disingenuous, but it's a perfect word for it. People are sensitive to this type of shit now. They don't, if they get an inkling of this bullshit going on, they are going to turn their heads and they're going to be like, well, I can already see where this is going. And I guarantee you, even though I do not care whether she's a woman or not, I get why people are...
But you just made a point that you care that she's a woman. Literally, you just had it. I don't want no girl boss in my game. I don't want no girl boss in my game. Again, women have been main characters in video games since the creation of video games. It's just this whole, oh, well, the girl boss, she seems like she's a strong woman. Woman no strong. Woman make baby. That's it. Woman hold baby, not sword. And the people, the guys that you see literally that get upset about this are so upset because they're weak. They're weak. And they feel like, no, I need to have, I can't have a strong woman. Then she may have an opinion. Then she may talk back. And then I don't want to have to backhand her because she talked back too much. All right, let's go.
Fucking, turned off by this. I completely get it. Number one, this is the voice actor and the face that it's actually represented on from this character right here. So if you know anything about her, well, let's just read. Apparently in Ghost of Yoti, that's how you say it, a progressive activist known for hating the police and telling straight women who disagree with LGBT to log off is not just the voice actor of the game. She is also the face mocap to the new Sucker Punch asset. Now, when you see this, right, she's been a part of many games before. But back in the day, like where she was working in the industry with the different titles that she was a part of, she's been a part of the industry for a long time.
She's an actress, not a writer. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Actors are not writers. They're not directors. She didn't come up with the script. She's not directing the game. If you mad, you mad. Simply put, because oh my goodness, this actor that I have a issue with is acting in the game, then stop consuming media. Stop consuming media. Because there are going to be actors and actresses that literally have opinions that you don't like. She actually looked pretty good. I'm just saying. But is that what was bad? Is that she may not like you and you can't go into it? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? But let's continue.
I mean, people didn't have an issue.
Wait, let's see what she did. Madam Curie, trash character. Martha Rivers. I've never played that game. Destiny 2, never gonna play that game. Psychonauts, never gonna play that game. Guild Wars. But why is it a problem? This is what I don't get. It's just like this actress, this actor is for something I don't like. So the game is gonna be bad. They're not a writer. That's not how that works out. But let's continue. Maybe he'll explain better.
With it. And the reason why people didn't have an issue with it is because this whole ideology thought process of knowing what's been going on behind the scenes, this thought process is brand new. The fact that, get off my screen, the fact that people figured out that Sweet Baby exists, the fact that they figured out that DEI exists, ESG, all this type of shit was foreign back when these.
First of all, dog, I'm gonna tell you this. If they in diversity, equity, and inclusion, you know you gonna be one of the people that's standing outside, right? You know that you gonna be one of the people that's standing outside. It's like you voting for the leopards to eat your face because you gonna be one of the ones that's standing outside. I don't think you get that. Like whenever I see black people, it's like, oh no, I'm against DEI. Like, my God, there are no good ones. You're not one of the good ones. You're not one of the special ones. They gonna look at you and say, like, yeah, no. You gonna be right there with Myron when they like, yeah, when we put them out, you going too. So I don't understand that idea of like, they just DI. Secondly, what I recall is a lot of the people that was like, oh, you want this in the game, then go make the game. And they start learning how to make games and they start making the games. Now it's a problem. Just say you don't want to see it. Just say you don't want to see it. And it's cool. You know why? You know why it's cool? Because you don't have to buy the game. You don't. It is not a thing. Nobody is forcing it down your throat, even though every iteration of you people that say this is thinking about something being forced down your throat. I don't know why, because nobody is making you buy the game. If you're happy with Ghost of Tsushima, you can play Ghost of Tsushima. They even have it where you can play it on PS5 now. But you know what? You don't have to buy a Ghost of Yotai. It's not a thing that you have to do. Not everything is catered to your sensibilities and what you want. That's how art is. That's how it works. And for you to believe that, how dare they put a girl boss in the game. Let me introduce you to Samus. I go down a list of them all the time. Let me introduce you to Ellie, and not, from the Last of Us. Literally, no, from Xenogears. Let me introduce you to Princess Peach, who by all accounts, has always been somebody who is, since Mario 2, has been somebody who was just a boss. I mean, like, I remember playing Mario, having a Mario World comic, and she was never since as somebody who was just like, save me, Mario. Like, for real. Some of this is just weird. It just lets you know. It just lets you know that these people have not gamed any longer than 10 years. But let's continue.
These games were out, well, foreign to the general public. People like me already knew, but people who are just playing games and they're just, you know what I'm saying, like just trying to enjoy entertainment, they didn't even think about an ideology or an agenda being attached to these games so much.
It is gaming. It is a piece of art. It has already had an ideology attached to it. No, the problem is it's not the ideology that you like, so it seems foreign to you. But gaming has always had an ideology. Literally, how many RPGs has there been where it's like, I don't like the status quo, so I'm going to kill God? Like, literally, that's every JRPG. I don't like how things are, so I'm going to kill God. Or, I'm going to save the world from this, this evil kingdom. Video games have always been political.
So like how we were. So now since it's become mainstream to know who Sweet Baby Inc. is. Sweet Baby Inc. is everywhere on Twitter. Everywhere on YouTube. Everybody's talking about it now. So now the veil has been lifted. So now the general public is going to be like, holy shit, she's a part of this and she got this ideology.
Wait, the veil has been lifted? People have gotten awakened about it? This is just, dude, like, I don't get it. People like this, dude, when they put the people out that you don't like, you gonna be one of them. But let's continue.
To where she supports X, Y, and Z, and now she's hired to be the new lead for Ghost of Tsushima. Why wouldn't they think that? Why wouldn't they be on edge and be like, okay, now since I understand what's going on, I'm gonna look at you differently? Because if they work so subtle, let me put it like this: like if they were subtle, nobody would have an issue. People do not mind woke shit. They mind if it's ham-fisted down their fucking throat. Woke shit.
There it goes. Down their throat. They're gonna put something down your throat. Did you want something down your throat? Is it something down your throat that you want? Is it something down your throat that you want? I don't know. Is it something down? Is it something down your throat that you want? But let's continue.
Shit has been existing in games since the dawn of time. Like, it's not even a secret anymore. Woke elements has always existed, but it's how it's implemented now. And because there's agenda, that's the reason why people have an issue with this.
No, people told you to be upset about it. That's the thing. People told you to be upset about it. And that's why you're upset. Because you were told to. And it's just weird. It's like literally, there have been, as he said it, it's been in games forever. But now because it makes money to have clicks, now it's making you upset. Just weird. And yeah, she does look hot. There's no doubt about it. But let's continue.
She ends up just doing her job and don't do the Rachel Zegler type shit and don't completely destroy the project, then we'll see. But this is also worrying too. This is the type of shit that worries me here. Look at how teams were back in the day.
Yes, and that got companies sued. You don't get it. Stuff like this got companies sued. Axe Blizzard. Oh my God. He doesn't get it. Oh, wow. Wow. Stuff like this got companies sued because idiots like this didn't know how to do a work office environment. So, excuse me. And again, they got together. They was like, wasn't these the same people that was like, oh, if you don't like it, make your own game. And they started to. And now it's a problem because it's woke now because they did exactly what you told them to do. Oh my God. Just say you don't want it. Just say you don't want it. You know what? Here's the thing. Say you racist, say you sexist. Cool beans. If you think that makes you a bad person, admitting that, be your bad person. Say it with your chest, dog. Say it. But don't try to move those goalposts because now they're doing it and you have an issue. Let's continue.
compared to how they are now. They're all ran by women, and don't this look familiar? This is the same shit that looks. This looks exactly the same as Ubisoft when it comes to Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed back in
Dude, somebody literally, it was either Blizzard or Ubisoft, where somebody killed themselves because they were mistreated by all the guys in the office. And I know you'll say, well, that's only a few. No, that's the culture, dog. They were sued. There were lawsuits in Ubisoft. There were also in Blizzard. There were also lawsuits in a lot of companies. Companies don't like being sued because that takes money out of their pocket. Oh my God. Literally, that's something that happens. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is just stupidity. But let's go.
the day look like this. Assassin's Creed nowadays look like this. They're hiring nothing but women. So this is worrying right here. But I'm still going to give it a shot because I don't like.
What do you think they're going to do? Go around cutting off the tips of the man's penis? Christianity already beat you to that with circumcision. Like, for real, dog. Oh my God. Oh my God. He is scared the way he's talking about this. I know I originally got this video because they put out some videos. He put out a video talking about how people was calling him an incel. I'm not even sure he's an incel. Incels just hate women. He seems afraid of women. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. This is like sound the alarm. They're coming for your foreskins, guys. They're coming for your foreskins. Wow.
Just throwing daggers at shit that doesn't, that's like, what I'm saying? Like, that's just without evidence. I got to have evidence, especially since I'm having a bigger platform now and I'm just speaking. I can't just go off of speculatory shit. I can't.
Oh, first he was going off of Fifi's. He was going off of Fifi's. Oh, wow. Now he has to go by evidence. Still his Fifi's, but he's going off of evidence now, for real.
Think and put together the dots and be like, this pattern is going to equal this. I already know where it's probably going to go inside my mind. I already know that probably the main protagonist is going to be a lesbian. I guarantee you that she's going to be a lesbian. And guess what? That's not.
You don't know that. And secondly, you're already coming up with your conclusion and and then working back to try to find the evidence. For real? For real? For real. This is just loser stuff, man. This is loser stuff. That's all this is. This is loser stuff. This makes it sound like you're paranoid and you're looking for the boogeyman. But again, once they get rid of the women, you think they're not going to come for you next. But let's go. Let's go.
Not an issue with me. It's the fact that I can predict it. That's what I'm saying here. And that's the reason why people are having an issue with this stuff, is because these patterns are so apparent. We can predict everything that happens now. It's not even a challenge. You know how annoying it is to go see a movie that's been redone 60,000 times and it's not even the same name in the movie. It's like a completely different genre, but it follows the same formula. Isn't it annoying that you pay for a movie that you already know what the fuck is going to happen because it's so formula?
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. You can literally don't watch it. That is a thing. You don't have to pay for it. Don't watch it. And when I say don't watch it, I don't mean that you mad because this is this and this character is that and the story goes there and so you gonna go pirate it. Literally, if you are mad that you want to give a company your money to actually enjoy something, don't watch it. Don't play it. But no, you are so butthurt. You are so caught up in it needs to be about me, that you feel that every story should be the way you want it and it should be for free or very, very cheap because you deserve it. No. The world doesn't revolve around you. If you're so sad and so angry that, they need to make it this way. They can't have a girl boss and she's going to be a lesbian. That means that I will never have a chance with a digital model of a person. Then that's bad. Like, for real? What if she is a lesbian? What would that hurt the game? What would that hurt the game? because you can't fantasize, because you can't go into it, then it's a problem? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? But let's continue.
It becomes annoying and it becomes very ham-fisted and it's tone deaf. This is why people on the internet have a problem with this and have a problem with her being the main character. It's not because she's a woman, and it's not because, oh my god, they're changing shit into, you know what I'm saying, from male to female, shit like that. That's part of the issue. But the main issue is because we know where the climate is today. That's the only thing. Nobody has a problem with women. We just don't like your fucking politics. Just
what politics should, what politics are you going to give her to have? What politics are you going to give her to have that she, if you ask for her opinion, you would give it to her? For real. What politics? What politics? This is just weird. This lets me know that these people are losers.
Just make a good story with this character, make her badass, and don't have to put, oh, I'm better than men, or I can do this shit better than men, or I can fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I'm a woman, so I have struggles and shit. Like, don't do that shit. Just
wait. But it's okay to be man to be better than a woman. It's a sword. A sword is usually like 10, maybe 15 pounds. Maybe. But and 10 is one of the heavier ones. But like a woman can't oh my god. Where is it at? It's too far for me to actually get right now. But it's a sword, dog. It's such thing as skill. Somebody can have skill, and yes, that can make her better than a man. It's like dude, like there are HEMA competitions. There are kendo competitions that are unisex, mixed gender, and all the other good stuff. That there are women champions. I know, weird, right? All of a sudden, your fantasies about being a weeb can run against reality. And that's where this is. That's what this is about. This insecurity that a woman may be better than me. But let's continue.
make a good story. Case in point, I seen a trailer not too long ago of the new John Wick the spinoff to the new John Wick that came out, and they had a perfect line in there, which I'm gonna show right now.
You will always be weaker. You will always be smaller. You want to win? Improvise. Adapt. Cheat.
This is how you do female characters. I want to go see this now because they...
Wait, she was just showing that she was better than this guy. She literally was showing that. I don't. Oh wow, man, this is just loser stuff. I mean, like, really, this is just loser stuff. I mean, like, we know the guns are the great equalizers, so that doesn't matter. Nothing about having, the fact that a woman bleeds that has anything to do with her aim doesn't matter. But she was literally using a martial arts style that worked on using your own opponent's weight against you. What is that one? That one that's Kung Fu variant. Wing Chun was like literally developed by a woman. It's like these people they throw out a rule, a qualifier of, oh, this makes a woman good, and then that happens, and then they say, see, this is what I'm talking about. But the story of the woman that you don't like is doing the same thing. Oh, that's a problem. It's weird. It's just like, I don't like the fact that this actor, not writer, actor has a politics. But they're not writing, they're not directing. Still, they have a politics. But let's continue.
They just address the elephant in the room, and they're not being sexist. They're not trying to pretend like they're better than men, or they're trying to even be equal to men. They have to go their own route, which makes it...
How dare a woman think that she's equal to a man? How dare her? Do you know she bleeds? She can't be equal. She bleeds. Her greatness falls out of her every month because she bleeds. Let's continue.
It's interesting in general. That's why I love female characters that are done right, because it's not just about being proving whether you're better than the man or not, or just trying to overtake them. You have to carve your own lane, and that's what makes for good storytelling. That's
You ladies, you go sit down somewhere over there. You can't be better than men. Go sit down over there. Go play over there. Like, for real. Like, dude, no, for real. You know what my issue is? You know my issue is with this mindset. Instead of rising to the occasion to actually be better, they want to knock out competition. How dare you? How dare you shine? Don't you know that you're a woman? You're not supposed to shine. Don't you know you black? You're not supposed to shine. Don't you know you Hispanic? You're not supposed to shine. How dare you? How dare you? Well, I just naturally shine. I'm naturally better. Maybe you should step up your game. I don't want to step up my game. How dare you? Just show that you can be on equal par with me. Step up your game. Step up my game. And it allows people to be weak and lazy. They'd rather cut out competition instead of rising to meet the occasion. But most of these cats, they can't rise to meet any occasion because they may be impotent.
That's why even in my story, I have a female-led character, because it's interesting to me to where a person who is not normally supposed to be strong like that has to avenue different routes to become capable. It's interesting. So
what's wrong with her saying that she can be strong? What's wrong with her saying that she can be strong? You know that there are some women that are stronger than men, right? There's some women that have strength. On average, but that's an average. You know that there are women that are stronger than men, right? You know that's a thing that happens, right? I know your ego won't allow for that because, your ego is bruised and small. But let's continue.
I love female characters. I've been loving female characters for a long time. Matter of fact, every single game that I have, I basically create a female character. But I do love male characters too. All my favorite games are male characters. But the thing is, I do not mind female.
That doesn't make sense. Maybe I didn't hear that correct. That doesn't make sense. Let's hear it. Let's hear what he just said again.
I have a female-led character because it's interesting to me to where a person who is not normally supposed to be strong like that has to avenue different routes to become capable. It's interesting. So I love female characters. I've been loving female characters for a long time. Matter of fact, every single game that I have, I basically create a female character. But I do love male characters too. All my favorite games are male characters. But
okay, so I misheard him. So he said he loved female characters. I thought he said that all of his favorite. He loves female characters like his favorite. Then he said his male favorite. So yeah, I'll let that one slide. But let's go.
But the thing is, I do not mind female characters. I'm pretty sure most people don't, and they don't like forced ugly looking characters too. So I don't believe that this is a sexist issue here. And I recently posted this too on my YouTube.
Wait. What's forced ugly looking characters? What's forced ugly? That they are real? That they have an uncanny valley? That they're forced? Huh? That don't make no sense. But let's continue. Wait. Ahora, aunties. Like, what? This is just sad. You literally had to make a chart for this. They're ugly. I can't go into them. Sad. Just sad.
YouTube community notes thing too though. So like I recently posted this picture, especially since the ghost of Yoti or whatever the fuck is coming out too. I posted this because I actually like this tweet because this tweet actually makes a lot of sense. And what I put was, when a pattern starts to happen, it's on purpose and not by accident. I can't deny it was right in front of my face. I have zero hatred for female protagonists in games. Hell, two of my favorites are 2B and Eve, along with many others in the media. Like, and even in my graphic novel.
Oh my god. Dog. No. Oh my god. It's just sad. Like, this is sad. This is very, very sad to be. Like, we know why so many people like to watch Tubi. We know why so many people like to watch Tubi. We know it was one of those things. It was literally one of those things. And you know what? This will always be my Eve. This will always be my Eve. When we talk about Eve, this will always be my Eve. That's my Eve. Oh wow. This is my Eve. This will be my Eve. And if you don't know what game that's from, look it up. But let's continue.
Which I just said before, I have a female protagonist, but this pattern like of a franchise starting out with a male protagonist, then it turns into a female protagonist is very obvious for Western entertainment in particular. Notice we're not showing new IPs that started with female protagonists like Horizon or Stellar Blade or something else like that, right? Because those are their own franchises. I'm not going to talk shit about it because like if Aloy all of a sudden turned into a fucking man, I would have an issue too. I'll be like, why are you gender swapping this character? I want to see Aloy's story because this is her IP. Same with Stellar Blade. If Stellar Blade was to turn into a male character, I would have a fucking issue. This is my main thing. Most people want this shit that I just put right here. This is going to be a conversation that's going to happen for a long time, and it's going to reignite this whole sexist conversation. And I think that people are missing the point with this. And I think that people who are just going the sexist route are being extremely disingenuous. And even the ones who are saying that we're judging it too soon is being disingenuous too. You know,
literally, you are. And oh my God, it's Sucker Punch. It's Sucker Punch. They do this on a regular. I mean, like, there was this game that came out. It was called Infamous and Infamous 2. And, you know, there was a protagonist. His name was Cole. And then all of a sudden, when they went to PS4, they had a different protagonist. They do this. This is Sucker Punch. Why are you so mad? And from what I understand, the whole Uncharted, it was a spinoff. Nathan Drake was like a thing that happened. And he still was like the main protagonist for that game. And Ratchet and Clank, it was literally a different reality. Why are you pretending like they just wrote these characters out? It's dumb. It's done to make people mad. But let's continue.
Exactly why we're doing this. Because their pattern is too apparent. You can't do the same shit anymore. Okay, so let me even go as far as to say this. If my story, right, with my female protagonist was to come out during this climate right now, I wouldn't be shocked if people was automatically going to be like, oh, this shit is going to be woke. I would not be. I would be tone deaf if I didn't think that wasn't going to happen. And that's because the climate is tainted. The people who literally are making games now are making this shit with agendas attached. And I'm sorry.
They making the games that they wanted to make. What part of that is an agenda? Let's do Occam's Razor here. The explanation that takes the least amount of ifs tends to be the right answer. More women are in game development. More people of diversity is in game development. So they want something to represent them. And companies want to make money appealing to the widest audience they can. Also, companies, they were sued about like a lot of like harassment and, you know, racism. And so they want to try to include people that, albeit some people may be tokens, but they want to include people to get, you know, that diversity in there because they've been sued because of it. Or this big shadowy agenda, and they want to turn your kids gay, and they want to get your kids. Some of which you red pillars and these anti-DEI people are actually already gay, or at least bi or pan. But no. There's an agenda for it because if you see a digital, you know, penis on a woman, then that means you gotta go, you know, suck one in real life. Yeah. Yeah. Because they're tempted you with gay thoughts. You got to pray the gay away.
To all the people who just making games with female protagonists and don't even care about this politics shit, you're gonna get hit with straight bullets. That's just what's gonna happen because they polarize this climate so much, and they're so anti-gamer, and it's basically a war going on between consumers and publishers and people who make games and who are playing them. It's a war going on. So nothing.
So here's the thing: buy the games that you want to buy. It's easy. You don't have to buy the games that you don't want to buy. I'm not going to spend my money on something that I don't want to buy. If it is an agenda, they should fail. But no, they don't want to do that. They want to seem like the victim. This is all. They're coming after us. They're trying to make us do something we don't want to do. They're trying to force it down our throats. They're trying to force it down our throats. All right, let's go.
Is being taken in good faith anymore whatsoever. So this is the issue now. So I already know for my shit to be good, I'm gonna have to wait a couple years to even come out for people to receive it well, because they would just automatically consider it to be woke. And guess what? I understand why. I completely get it. If you're a person who's saying that you shouldn't be thinking of everything being woke. Why not? This is not how people operate. When you punch, okay, let me put it like this. Like if you shove somebody, right, by mistake at a concert, 9 times out of 10, that person's going to let it go because he knows, okay, that's a mistake. You're in a concert, you're moving around and shit. I get it. It's going to happen, right? If you do it a second time, he's probably going to question you, but he's probably going to ask for
This isn't somebody shoving you in a concert. That analogy makes no sense. It doesn't. It is people that are developing games the way they want to develop games and with the protagonists that they want to develop, telling the stories that they want to tell them. If you have a problem with it, don't buy it. But there is going to be somebody who's going to buy it. That's a thing. That's what happened. I don't get these people that feel, oh, they're shoving it down my throat. It's just a tale that you're so insecure with what you believe or what you like that anybody can influence you to do what they want you to do. And it's sad. Really, it's sad.
an apology and you give him an apology, and then he's probably gonna let it go again, right? If you do it a third time, he's gonna think it's on purpose, and now you're gonna have an issue. This is what's happening right now. You have punched me so many times, and we've been like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. Okay.
So having a woman in a game is punching you in the face. Having a woman as lead protagonist is punching you in the face. Somebody in a digital or fictional piece of art is hurting you so bad that you're equating it to punch you in the face. And you wonder why people say you fear strong women. That's weak stuff, dog. Oh my God, that's weak stuff. But let's continue.
When Ratchet & Clank first came out, right, with Rivet, which I actually love Rivet, I let it go. I'm like, okay, cool, this is a good character, fine, that's fine. Once they started to shift all these other characters into female characters, I let it go. But once I know there's an agenda behind it, I'm like, oh, you're doing this on purpose now. Now I can't let it go.
Okay, wow. They didn't shift the characters into female characters. Secondly, are you upset that Nathan Drake is just Lara Croft? Just gender swap? Literally just Lara Croft's gender swap? Huh? What? I can do this too. That Master Chief is just, I don't know, a different version of Samus. It's weird, dog. Y'all, because y'all grew up with the Xbox and it was the dude bro box. You think that that's what gaming has always been. It hasn't always been that. It hasn't always been that, dog. It hasn't always been that. And the fact that y'all hurt because how dare they have a woman protagonist? It's kind of telling. It's kind of telling. But let's go.
I can see what you're doing now. This is what's happening. Stop being disingenuous and just saying that people are sexist. People don't want female characters. They do not care. Matter of fact, people from the Eastern countries, they mainly have female characters in animes and in their games. Every single one of their female characters in their game.
Yeah, and they kind of like gooning bait. They're kind of bait for people to goon. Yeah, I know. Again, I've been playing games for a while now, and they're kind of gooner bait. Look. I know I brought up Parasite Eve. There's a scene in Parasite Eve 2 that people swear you can actually see Aya in the shower, like NC-17. It's just weird because it's not that they are, women who are just like, conventionally normal, not super attractive. No, they're freezing attractive. And if you know what the anime freezing is, that's Gooner material. That's Gooner material. But let's go.
Are capable, strong, feminine. Why do you think none of them have an issue with female representation over there, or even have a problem with there being female leads in Japan? Nobody cares because they represent.
Because you, look. I asked this question with Stellar Blade. Like, I guess that she's technically a cyborg because flesh parts, but she's really an android. Why does battle androids need double D's? I know why I like women with double D's, but why do battle androids need double D's? It's weird to me. But let's continue.
We know there's no agenda. They're making cool characters. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. I'm tired of this discussion where it's like, oh, you just don't like female characters and shit. It's bullshit to me. Come on, do better than that. This is
cool, great. You don't like female characters that you can't goon to. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh no, she has to be this. She has to look like that so I can just goon. And it's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And you're making the case that, well, what's wrong with the way she looks and, her skill and how she's better than a man because she's the video game protagonist. No, she can't be strong. She has to find a different way. Really? Really? Video game protagonist. And like the whole thing, and I'm done with this video. What kills me is like, when I create a character, I created a female character because you want to look at her butt while she's running and you're running behind her. Yes. We know why that's done. I've heard the reason why, and which makes, I don't care because like it's a video game character, but we know the reason why. Of course you don't, you so straight, you don't want to be staring behind a man and his butt all day. You need to make a female character because reasons. Anyway, this is just weird stuff, and I'm gonna come back to part 2 for this cat. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, and we're gonna cut this video segment here. I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.